Hi Furrow community, how is everyone doing? And today we're going to talk about my testimony. I feel like this was purpose from God because I remember sometime back this year, it was in October. I wrote out everything that I went through before I came to Christ. And when I say came to Christ, I mean like had the intention, fully sold out that this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm serving. In October I sat and I wrote everything before that moment and then everything after that moment. And I was not expecting to have never actually spoken about my testimony other to persons other than my closest friends or persons that went through the same thing I went through, and I just needed to share encouragement. Other than that, I have not spoken about it to anyone. So yeah, today is the day. But yes, I went through 5 different areas that I struggled with before I met Christ. 5. I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk about all of them, but I'll try to cover the most important ones, I guess. I won't talk about all. So the first one, before I met Christ, I'm gonna be honest, I was very depressed. Yeah, like I was down. I was down bad. I was really depressed, and at one point in time, I wanted to not be here. I really did not want to be here. I felt numb. I remember there was this song that I would listen to. I don't want to call the artist's name, but I would listen to this song, and I think the song spoke about just being numb to everything around you. And I would just listen to the song and be like, yeah, at this moment, I just want to not be here because I'm going through a lot. And my a lot may not be like other person's a lot. Everyone's a lot is different. My biggest problem was conflict. I do not like conflict. I dislike it. And so at that point in time, I was going through a lot of conflict and it was getting to me. It was frustrating every single day. It was the same thing. If not the exact same thing, the result ended up the same. And so it was a lot. And this particular night I went into a different house. And I sat there and I went to, leading up to that moment, leading up to that night time, I should say. I do not know what day or how long ago that line between the nighttime and me wanting to end it was. I don't remember the time period. I just know that it was before this moment. I just wanted to not be here anymore. I couldn't do anything because God clearly had a plan for me. So yeah, I still here. No, but like real talk, for real. I couldn't do it because firstly I grew up in a Christian household, so I know that if you commit suicide you're going to hell. That's it. And no ifs nor maybes, you're going to hell. And so it was like I don't really want to go to hell, but Lord, if at any, it was like, like in Job, like Job's scenario when he was like, God, I want to die, like that sort of cry, as in let something happen to me and I just die. Yes. So that was mainly my cry, which is, if you really look at it, is actually a curse. You're actually cursing. You're placing a curse upon yourself. But God had plans. God had different plans. God had his mindset and made up, and he was like, no, she's going to live, and she would declare the glory and the works of the Lord in her life. So yes, I'm here, living. But that nighttime, I sat there. Not this nighttime. So this is when I was in the front house, right? So no, in the front house, I'm sitting down and I start to cry. I start to lament. Like, you know, lamentations? I was lamenting. I was crying. And I was like, God, why? Why, Lord? Why? Why me? Why this got happen? You know, like, I don't like this. Like, la 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 la. It was bad. It's not coming on my nose, everything. And at that moment, like, through all that messy luck, through all the mess, through all the tears, through all the gloominess and everything, that was my very first encounter with God. That's how I know for a fact that I can say truly that God is real, because I just felt like arms wrapped around me. And people, like, for example, I told a story to someone else, and they said, you know, like, you know, sometimes our mind plays tricks on us. You know, ain't a mind thing, it's a real thing. So yeah, so I literally felt two arms just wrapped around me, and it felt like the greatest, warmest embrace ever. And I was like, oh my gosh. I started to cry more though, obviously, but these tears were different. They weren't tears of like sadness, and they weren't tears of sorrow. They were tears of joy, as in like, wow, in this moment where I probably looked my worst. Then it's like that moment you still saw me. Like, so many persons are in this world, and in that specific moment you decided, I'm gonna give you a hug, I'm gonna show you my warm embrace. When the Bible, that verse that says God is close to the brokenhearted, it is true. He is close